I'm going to give you a brief tutorial on how to use these two newspaper archive websites. The New York Times site is much more straightforward. You just put in your search term, click the date range, and it'll bring back articles that way. I'm going to spend most of this tutorial explaining how to make use of the Brooklyn Daily Eagle website because it's there's a lot more to it, but you can do a lot more with it, and it's much more robust. So, good searches on the internet always begin with, first of all, good place to search, and then secondly with good keywords, good keyword combinations to get the results that you're looking for. So, I'll go through a couple of techniques. And we'll talk about some search terms for the different categories that you're being asked to research: industrialization, urbanization, and immigration. So hopefully through your readings thus far you've become more familiar with certain keywords and search terms. So some of the problems that arose as the cities grew. One of the main things was the vast expansion of cities that grew too fast, and the city planners couldn't keep up with the influx of people, so cheap housing was thrown up. It was often unsanitary, unsafe, and so throughout your reading, hopefully you've come across tenement houses. Okay, so we'll just click that search term here, and you'll see it brings how this search term works. Search engine works is it somehow scans the newspapers for those words, the actual newspapers that have been scanned in. So you'll see that it will bring back the words individually, tenement and houses, and as a phrase. So if we see tenements, we see tenement houses, and we see house. Okay, so obviously we don't want to bring back a word that just says house. So the way you deal with that, and this works for all search engines, Google, Bing, whatever, you put quotation marks around your search terms, and it will only bring back those terms in the order that they appear. Okay, tenement houses, tenement houses. Okay, now over here we can see this newspaper was published from 1851 to 1955. So let's narrow our date range to about 1920, just post World War I. So tenement houses. Okay, so maybe we want to okay, so let's just click on one of those articles. It'll bring up this cool tool. It will take you right to the newspaper article and the spot where those words occur. Okay, so you can zoom out a little bit to get an idea of the actual page here. Okay, you can grab the page, move around. Okay, look at all these old advertisements. Okay, so let's say we also wanted to look up maybe tenement house fires. Let's see if something comes up with that. Tenement house fires. Okay, because we know that they were all crowded together, usually made out of wood, poorly made, and there were very few fire departments to help put out these fires, so lots of people was a big problem at the time. So you can zoom into the article and read the article, etc. Okay. Okay. All right. So, anyways, if you want to take, there's a couple ways you can send the document to your teacher. The first is to click the share button. You can use all of these different tools. You can just email this, put in the teacher's email, your email, and you can put in a special message and click send. The teacher will get a link straight to this page. Okay. You can also print and save. Okay, so if you wanted to do the entire page, okay, say save. Okay, let's save it to this documents folder, page 1. It'll save the entire page as a PDF file. So I'll show you what that looks like when we open it up. Okay, let's close. We'll go here. Documents, page 1. Okay, and then you can zoom in on it. Whoa. Okay, and you can send that as an attachment to your teacher. Okay. The other tool you can use is the select a portion of the page. This is pretty cool. You can go like this. Go down here. Zoom out a little more. Oh. Okay. Save. It'll save it as how about page 1 portion. Okay. So when we go back to here, it'll just zoom in on that particular article, and you can send that as an attachment. Okay. If you want to find text on a page, okay, you can type in the keyword. So let's say tenement house fires and click find. It'll go right to there and pop it up. Let's say policeman. Okay, we saw it over here, beginning of that article. Okay, now if you want to view more from the paper, it's for fun. Okay, you can scroll through. It's got like the film strip. Okay, you can just click, take you to other pages. The tomato, not as bad as painted. That's funny. What could that article be about? Blaming the tomato for many human ills, including rheumatism and even cancer. Scandalous. Okay. So lots of other search terms. Okay, diseases, unsanitary conditions, poor factory working conditions, factory accidents, immigration records, struggles people had getting into Ellis Island, getting past the quarantine people, increase in maybe violence associated with the poverty brought in, all sorts of different ways you can search for information related to industrialization, immigration, and urbanization. Okay, hope that helps. Enjoy.